Hello YouTube, don't hit stop, don't hit pause. A minute of your time just before we get into this episode. Channel update moving forward, we're going to be going to 2 weeks. Every second week you're going to get a new video of me on Highway 31. If you're enjoying the content, please consider joining the channel memberships. For $1.50, I know it's coming into Christmas time, but for $1.50 there's a backlog. We're up over 20 episodes now, extra content, which will still be out weekly, at least 1, maybe 2 videos a week. So if you can think about it, if you can afford it, even if it's just 1 month, just check out the members videos and support the channel that way. All the join information's down in the description box, or there is a join tab there that you can click on to join the channel. Again, if it's just for a month, it's $1.50. You get all that extra content. If not, regular videos for everyone's going to be up every second week. As I said, things are about to get real hectic with harvest at home, so editing time in the afternoons isn't going to be there as much as I thought it would be. So that's a little update for the channel now. We're back in Canberra. Let's go back 4 and a bit hours to the wee small hours of the morning in Albury, and we'll stitch this trailer up and hit the road. Hume. She sure is getting busy in here now that these 2 warehouses are starting to open up. As discussed last video, when the industrial estates go in, they don't seem to cater. Obviously this joint here's got a lot of parking bays around it, but if you got trucks running around, you can't have cars in here. So they've got to park out in the street either side, and then you're flat out getting 2 trucks side by side up there. She's an overcast morning too. What is it, 13 degrees outside. The mornings just aren't getting warm up here. Even when there's a fear of rain, it's not keeping the heat in. Oopsie daisy, that BMW's gone arse overhead. I don't know why you can't a $30,000 plus motorbike internationally in a cardboard box. Yes, weight, but it like that, all you need is straps to come loose and it lays over and pushes straight through the cardboard. A nice little chunk of steel hanging out of the tyre. I must have only just picked it up either going into the yard or the very end of the street there somewhere, because it hadn't forced its way in. With how sharp that was, if I'd driven 10-15 k's on that, it probably would have forced its way all the way in, and with the length it may have come close to getting through the top of the tread, so that could have been a good way to end the day, or halt today's proceedings anyway. But hello, here we are back in Hume, back in sunny Canberra for another instalment of Aussie Trucking on Highway 31. If you're here because you're seeing Jono's video, welcome, thank you Jono. As I said there, we all tackle different aspects of freight in Australia, and a bit of variety is good to see. So this is my little corner of the world down in southern New South Wales, Albury to Canberra. Yep, I'm going. And yeah, I hope you stick around for the trip anyway. So we've just unloaded in Hume. I've called ahead to the second drop, which is in Fishwick, suburb of Canberra. They're currently fixing some holes in there. They've got an asphalt yard, if you've seen previous videos. Asphalt yard, but started getting some potholes in it, started having some of that asphalt break up. So now they're, this week they've been digging holes, digging the damaged sections out, and today they're concreting new patches or new slabs in there where the tarmac's failed, which is odd, because that's just going to mean the tarmac's going to fail as water goes down around the concrete. But each to their own. What that means for us is today they're in there concreting, so there'll be edges in there. I dare say just edges. I don't think there'll be concrete pumps in there, but because of that, it means there's probably only one truck at a time in there. because of space, which means we get to sit out the front and wait for a little bit. So luckily with the ability of editing, you won't get to witness experience sitting around waiting. We'll just cut to unloading. So that is our next port of call. Again, thank you for clicking play, and let's keep this trip going. There were drums and pallets stacked up everywhere yesterday, but that's good. That means next week should be nice. Although I'm pretty sure they said you couldn't drive on them for a week, but there's nothing blocking that one, so maybe because it hasn't rained all week when it was meant to, it cured a bit quicker. Look, traffic. That's us done in Fishwick, unloaded. Our next port of call is out to Yass, back on the Hume. We are going to Martin's Fertilisers. Those that haven't seen previous episodes yet, predominantly Bunnings. All your different fertilisers, mulches, all that sort of stuff comes from Martin's Fertilisers in Yass. So we are heading there now with a whopping 6 pellets to pick up, which is good. Red light. And none of them are for Albury, so we don't have to worry about going to Albury, but we'll get there. We'll get back there eventually. So I'm going to deal with this Canberra traffic at 8:30 in the morning, yay, school time, and yeah, we'll truck on out to Yass. Been stuck behind her doing 80k, 90k an hour for the last 10k's. Just couldn't get around. So those that watched Jono's video last week, the up the east coast, Yass Ampole there, as he went in and done a walkthrough. He did mention the industrial estate over here on my right. This new building, what's that called? One call. Steel and formwork, so there's a steel joint going in there. That's a big new industrial estate. It's taken a bit of time for places to get built in there, but there's that. Something's getting built next to it. This block on the corner sold recently, and they put all the fence up about 6 months ago, and hasn't really had much done to it since. But apparently there's a fertiliser distribution place going in there, like your Bunnings or something. So Martins are loving it because they can sell their product to them and they only got to ship it to there. And of course the Yass Stock Exchange, you would have seen that on his drone shot. Pretty big set of stockyards, all undercover. Like Tuesdays. Although no, there's stock in there now and there's agents on the catwalk, so maybe it runs all week. I don't know, I'm sure there's a stock carter watching that takes stock into there, but this is my port of call anyway, Martins. While I run in here and grab the paperwork for the load.
You got a copy, Eddie?
No, Eddie's not here. I'll put the drone up, the eye in the sky, and show you a bit around the joint. It's pretty big, it goes back that way a fair bit, so enjoy the view from the sky. Rightio, well that was Martins. As you're seeing, just six pallets of their sugarcane mulch thrown up on the gooseneck. I did have someone message or put in a comment a few videos ago about what do you call it? Load distribution something. Basically putting a load on a trailer when your trailer's not full. In this case, where I've put 6 on the front, because of their height, I'd only be able to put them on the middle if the mez was down, but I've got pallets up on top of that, so I couldn't do that. And same with the rear, but I've got stuff underneath it at the rear. That stuff, it didn't even drop the airbags. It's probably might be 200 kilo a pallet, if that, so it'd barely be a ton all up. No, that would make it a ton all up. So I don't know, constructive criticism, if there is a proper way to load a trailer with a load when you're not fully loaded, shots for every time I say load, we'll take a drink. Let me know in the comments. It's not something I've never been taught. Normally, if I'm putting stuff on at Martins, it starts at the front and works its way back, no matter if it's 5, 10, 15 or a full load. So you're going to have that weight on the drive, but worst case, you're going to have a fully loaded truck, so you're going to have weight all the way through it. Anyway, So that is us at Yass done. Time to keep on heading south down to Hume to on to better things. There's always someone broken down in there. It's one of Scott's ex-trailers. Yeah. Oh well, let's head south. Well, here we are back in Gundagai. Video timeline, I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, so... And since I'm a glutton for punishment, I keep on going back to Ampole Tar Cutter and being disappointed. So it's time once again to drop into Gundagai Bakery and see what delights they have in the fridge display. Not really a bain-marie. Bain-marie's only for hot food, isn't it? Displays. The cake displays. This, of course, is all depending on whether or not we can get a park. And signs look good. We're going to sneak down here on one of the back streets without taking that vacuum cleaner up. Street sweeper. Hopefully this high-ace doesn't go in there. Come on. That just neutralised then. Handy. So, my little hiding spot down behind the main drag. A few of you already know about it. Matt, I've caught you in here once before. Dave. But we're next to the park. The main drag's just there. We got an alleyway access up to it. In and out in 10 minutes. You pull in the Wallen BP, KFC out here at the Tucker Box. By the time you park, get your food and get back to the truck, is there anywhere where it's quicker than 10 minutes? And it's good quality, healthy food too. So we're going to go in and grab something, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Oh, there doesn't seem to be any standardisation on how hot or cold cappuccino should be. One minute I get so cold you nearly drink it straight down. Other times like that it's boiling hot. But I like to stop in, park like this, Had me 15-minute break out away from the truck. It's parked up. Just get off the highway where it's a bit quieter. And eat something tasty. Now, special thanks to our channel members, particularly those on the Smoko Club and the Coffee Club levels. I was going to go for a salad roll, but as I walked in, the bloke ahead of me ordered 5, so I wasn't going to wait. So we are going for a nice cream bun. You can spoil yourself every now and then. And those that are going to say it, yes, I'm going to have my afternoon run when I get home. Hello, Cocky. Hello, Cocky. Anyway, I'm going to sit and enjoy this. Again, thank you, channel members, for the ability to do this and show you some food along the Hume. And we'll get going in a minute and keep on heading south. Last time I was down here, the creek had no water and it was empty, but yeah, the Murrumbidgee's up real high. They're letting a lot of water out of Burrinjuck, so they're pumping water to South Australia. So that's Gundagai, the township of Gundagai anyway, not the outskirts of Tucker Box. I was just talking to a bloke, a visitor, in 2013 when the floods were on, all this was underwater. Up here, you'd have to have a look back at one of my elders drops where the back loading dock is. It was about a foot lower than that, so that's about where my bum is now. Looking up there, so you think water's this high? These houses here all went under. The Woolworths went under. Be about that green tag on that SEC pole there. A lot of water. The big double bridges out here is about a metre under them. There was a heap of debris building on the old highway bridge and the rail bridge that crossed further upstream. I remember there was a real worry all that debris pushing on that bridge was going to make it fail, and if one of those bridges fails and all that debris come down and got caught on one of the big bridges here, particularly the southbound, the northbound side, because that bridge is rooted, it possibly could have toppled that bridge as well. So all this Bowen Green, all this went underwater. The swimming pools went underwater. We're starting to go uphill here a bit. I reckon you'd nearly be level with the floor of that hotel over there. I've got a heap of photos from when I was coming up of the approach to the bridge. I was going to save it for me little history lesson video I was going to do, but by now you've probably seen them. I put a couple up here. Won't show all of them. Anyway, that's Gundagai done. So now we are heading back to Albury. We're going to take these 6 pallets off, plus the cages I put on this morning, and get the rest of this stuff off and call it a day. too hot. Oh. Yard. Problem is they've just rented out that shed to another company, so there's going to be more trucks and more cars in here, which will be very good. Might just do the same as we done last week. We'll park him here and unload, and then we'll probably end up parking it straight over in there. We don't have too many other options. That'll do us. Alright, let's get this stuff off. Rightio, all done. That should be interesting. They're got the new gates here for my trailer. You may have noticed if you've been here for a little bit on previous videos, they're getting a bit rickety and a bit crappy. So let's say 14th. Went there, didn't go there, didn't go there, went there. Paperwork done for the day. So again, if this is your first video on the channel, thank you for hitting play, thank you for sticking around to the end. If not, if you're usual, thank you. Channel members, thank you a lot. Again, it means a lot. As I said at the start, if you can, $1.50, hit that join button and check out some of the previous content. But that's it for me for vlog 49. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.